got some amazing people, speakers who have actually brought along, many of them are multi-millionaires, right, who trade with millions of dollars. And the whole idea behind the retreat is very, very simple. I really want y'all to learn, I want y'all to earn, I want y'all to really understand the mindsets of what it takes to be able to trade bigger sums of money.
The weekend so far in Phuket?
Oh, it's crazy. It's one of the best and amazing Phuket trip.
Cool. And how many trades have you done in a row that made money?
Oh, gee, I already done 10 trades in a row. Already make about $500-600.
$500-600
on the sniper trade.
On the sniper trade. How long does a sniper trade last?
Only 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Is it risky? Yes or no?
No risk.
So what would you tell the people who are on the fence whether or not they should come to the next live retreat? What would you say?
I would say, go for it.
Go for it.
Don't have to think.
Excellent.
Yes.
How has your trading experience been so far?
Oh, it's very good. I did a lot of trades and it's all in profit. Yeah.
All in profit. But how many trades have you done just in the last couple of days?
Maybe 10 trades.
10 trades in a row.
Yes,
Wow. And how much is that monetary wise?
10% of the portfolio at least. Not a lot, maybe about 1,000 plus.
1,000 plus.
Because I put like very small position.
Very small. And what would you say to them who are on the fence whether or not they should come to the next event in Vietnam? What would you say to them?
Y'all should come and try. It's really a lot. You gain a lot of knowledge and then you learn a lot of things from the rest of the experts, rest of the team, and there's coaches around, and anything we are not sure, we can help ask them and they'll be around to guide us along the way. So it's a retreat that y'all shouldn't miss. Yeah.
What I can take from here is the focus, the mindset. The mindset to really have that focus to not focus on losing but to win. In every steps in your life, focus to win, not to lose. Don't wait. Join in. It's the best thing that can ever happen in your life. So this might be the one and only chance for you. So join.
The theme of this retreat, very simply, as you all know, is halving, right? We have a very important day happening. This is a very monumental event in crypto, right? It has already led to crazy gains, and I believe that we will see much greater, much bigger astronomical rise across the board, right? So if there is a time to really seriously propel yourselves financially, it is this year. When I was figuring out myself, it was my own self. I had no mentor to teach me or whatever. But now you guys are blessed. Why? Because you all have a community, you all have people around you. You have Calvin, you have Rash, you have Louis, you have all these guys to actually teach you and guide you, right? So you all are in a much better situation. You'll be learning about the mindset of multi-millionaire traders, right? The caliber of people that are brought for this retreat. Man, you all are in for a treat. Those are the speakers, and those are the guys you're gonna be learning from over the week.
I find that this event has helped me a lot in understanding bigger scales of things like in investing. Other than crypto, we also explore in many areas of investment, like even in stocks market and everything, in IG, and all these things are quite new to me, but now I get the exposure on all these things, and I love it because the energy here, everybody is like just trying to learn, and at the same time we enjoy ourselves so much because the community here are actually supporting one another. especially the coaches. For Coach Louis, he helped us so much by helping us to understand how the trade for sniper trading is being made. I had a tremendous result, especially for yesterday, because I started trading sniper just a few 2 weeks ago when Coach Louis gave the trade call. So I started to join him. I started to join all his Zoom and everything, and I find that his strategy is working quite well. And yesterday itself, when I enter into a trade, I actually made quite a good percentage from it, about 49% in the morning. And in the evening, when I joined Coach Louis, he actually do the spa, we call it spa sniper session with us. And at that point, we really do 3 trade, and that 3 trade actually made quite a good amount of money. They will need a good coaching, like in CRP especially, because here they really teach us a lot of things about crypto. You know, when you go into something that is you don't really know, you will feel very fearful. But when you come to this CRP, right, they actually teach you everything about the strategy, you know, even the mindset and everything. So when up here we are having fear and everything, we won't be able to do anything. But once we overcome it by getting the right coaching, by getting the right, kind of support, all of us can do it. Not just, you know, some people, but everybody who are, you know, having fear and everything. They just need to overcome it. And at the end of the day, this is a skill that, you know, it will help for us in the long term, you know, making a good side incomes and everything, not just from the main job that we have, because all of us are having our main job that sometimes can be so stressful. But you know, at the end of the day, we want to have more time for our family. We want to, you know, have a good income from trading and everything. I find that CRP is the place where you should be in.
Well, I really learned a lot from the first one. You know, trading is one, but I think the whole mindset change was so important. You know, I think sometimes when you are getting into trades, when the tide goes against you, and you know, you may feel like, oh, am I doing the right thing? But when you come to retreats like this, and then you start to learn like the conviction, like why are you doing it, and then why are you trading in a certain way, and why you should hang on to what you're doing, then that became very important during the retreats, because the community, the speakers that comes on stage, they remind you of why you entered that trade, you know, and even if the tide goes against you for a short time, just hang on to it, because you know it's going to come back up, you know. And I think coming to retreats like this, when even the tides are against you, you know, like you kind of refresh your energy on why you're doing it, and you continue to hang on to what you do. During that retreat was 7K, but overall my account is up by about 50,000. I think it's going more in depth into the different coins, you know, that we are trading. What's the trend that there are the coins that are in trend, and what are the coins that could potentially move faster, you know, and that could now help me to tweak some of my portfolios in terms of some of the coins that I hold. And you know, by tweaking it, again, it's gonna just move me closer to my goal.
Awesome.
At an accelerated rate, right?
Fantastic. It's amazing. It's so good that I learned so much technique, so much tools that every one of you should attend.
We had a fantastic mindset. The moment we can change within a seconds. Okay, we got from friend Richards. We are down within this moment, and we can come up within seconds. That I got one of the fantastic thing from Richards.
A live retreat exposes you to the best of the best people in the industry. When you hang around with eagles, you will soar like an eagle as well. Don't hang around with chickens, hang around with eagles. In this room, there are people worth tens of millions of dollars, right? You want to be in the room to learn from the best of the best, and that's the reason why you got to be at the next retreat.
Hello, everyone. Good evening or good night. Hi. Can y'all hear me? If you can you type something in the chat to show that y'all can hear me? Oh, yeah. Okay. Can. Yeah. Okay. So hi. Okay. So now, whatever I'm going to share here is my own personal opinion. So it's not a recommendation to buy or sell anything. Okay. So if you need to seek professional advice, please do so. Okay, so later on, if you have any coins that you want to share or analyze together, you can let me know. It's the NMA, you can ask me anything, not necessarily on trading, you can ask me on mindset as well. Okay, a chill night. I got the right to choose whether to answer your question or not. So okay, can anyway, okay, just let me share my screen first. Give me a while. Oh, okay. Never mind. My alert just ran. Okay, let me just delete this. All good. Can you see my screen ready? Right? Okay. Okay, so before you ask me anything, maybe I just kickstart to share what I see. Now, anybody check the CPI data? I haven't checked. No. Anyway, doesn't matter. So, okay. So usually what I do is, let's take a look at USDT.D. USDT dominant chart. Okay. Below 3.1. So do we expect to pump, is it? Okay, I know. Anyway, okay. So for me personally, because I trade on a 1 hour time frame, so I like to look at the USDT dominant chart on a 1 hour time frame. Okay, of course you can look at 4 hour time frame to look at a longer time frame bias because I trade on 1 hour, so I prefer to match the time frame that I'm trading off and look at the 1 hour time frame for USDT.D. Okay, for those who don't know what is USDT.D, basically it's the dominant chart for USDT, the market share, market cap that is currently for USDT. Okay, so I have drawn this line. This was quite a trend line that I draw quite a while ago, if you can see. Okay, this particular one here, this longer one here. Oh, it's a bit today. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this longer one is an old line that I drew quite a while ago. This one is the new one. So if you can see, it's actually in a triangle. Okay, it's in the triangle now. And it's unclear whether I'm going for a long bias or where I go for a short bias. So since the CPI is lower, of course, maybe we are looking at a long bias, right? However, I prefer to wait for it to confirm by if the USDT 1 hour chart, the morning chart here, okay, the candle close below the black line, which is the 4.89% that I draw. Okay, if I see, one more time, if I see the candle close below this 4.89%, then I am more confident to look for a long trade to long. Okay, so by the time, if that happens, hopefully, most likely, my BTC here, if you can see my BTC chart, okay, it take a while to refresh. Okay, my BTC chart will have broke out of this trend line. Okay, so that is how I see it now. With the CPI lower, then I think most likely it might happen. Okay, for BTC in a longer time frame, let's take a look. Okay, for BTC on a longer time frame, just the chart alone on the daily chart. Okay, it came down to the 200 MA and can bounce back up. Okay, so now it's in the triangle. So by tomorrow morning, this is a daily candle. Okay, this is today's candle. By tomorrow morning, if it does break out of the trend line, and then of course I will prefer that it actually broke this black resistance line that I draw, which is the 117, 148, this one. Okay, then the upside will be more. Okay, because it break that particular resistance as well. Okay, so if you break the trend line from here to here, is also a 2%, not so bad. Okay, of course, if you break the resistance here, as I said just now, 117, then of course we are looking at more upside to maybe 120 something. Okay, so that's BTC. Let's wait and see later on at 10. Now it's 9. This candle just opened. Okay, let's wait and see what happens to the candle later on at 10. And maybe before we end at 11, we can take a look at what happens. Okay, so that's basically the some of the market trend now. Okay, it's quite unclear, although we have a good news is below 3.1. Okay, yep. Anybody got any question? Is the AMA? It's for you to ask question. You can type in. Yeah, I'm monitoring the chat. You can type in the question if you have. So the old trend line on your USDT chart that you showed earlier can still be used. Yes, usually it can still be used. If you can see from my own trend line. Thank you for the question. Okay, so you take a look. See my old trend line that I draw. Right. If you can see, sometimes if you have drawn the old trend line, sometimes you can just leave it there. Which usually sometimes I like to do that. Then you can see that it broke up, right? And then it actually respect that old trend line. Can you see that when it come down, when you near this part of that trend line, it can bounce back up. You respect the old trend line as a support line. Okay. Yeah. So it will be good if it's not say it will be good if you have drawn your old trend line, and then it's there. You can actually use that as a gauge as well. It's old trend. So if you break the new trend, then the old trend still valid, and then you see whether you break that old trend up. Okay, so I answer your question. Is there anything else? Any coins you are looking at since the CPI is lower? Okay, beside you type your question, okay? While I wait for your question to come out, let's take a look at Ethereum. Sorry, I think my Oh. Can you analyze Solana? Okay. Okay, my trading view web is a bit slow. I prefer the app version. Okay, Solana. Nobody want Ethereum. Solana. Oh gosh. It's eating up memory. Oh. Okay, never mind. Let me close my. Can I close? If not, I will stop sharing. Okay, let me open up. Do I trade over the weekend? If not, why? It depends. Okay. Usually, I don't. If I happen to see something have a setup that I want, that I will. It's not a definite no, right? But you most of the time no. Maybe it's because it's like I just take a day off. I don't want to look at chart lah. It's not, there's no any particular reason. Okay, that's for me. But if I'm like looking at the chart and I find something good, then I will enter as well. Okay, Solana. Now it's better, hopefully. Okay, with my chart is out. Want to enter future or spots? Okay, let's say if you want to enter future, let's look at the future chart now. Did I share something interesting with you for Solana? Not so interesting lah, but something you all can consider doing if you all don't like to trade future. Okay. Okay, so if I'm going to do a breakout trade, okay, this is the line that I will draw. It does have a slightly breakout. However, it got pushed back down here. Can you see? Okay, it does have a little breakout and it got pushed back down. So if I want to do a breakout trade, let me see. Maybe he's somewhere here. Okay, so around 198. Let's measure. Usually I will measure first. Let's do a quick measure. If it breakouts from here to here, what's the percentage? Okay, 2%. Not say you can't, if you, okay, because different people draw different breakout lines. Okay, so if your breakout line is here, somewhere here, okay, so you jolly well wait for it to break out, and then and remember to secure your profit anytime soon, because from here to here is a good 1.5%. Okay, if you choose to if you choose 194.81 as your breakout line, Okay, do remember to secure some profit before you hit 198 because it's quite a strong support there as well. Resistance, not support, so I'm sorry. Okay, it's quite I see it as a like a kind of resistance there. So if you want to ride it up, do have some take partial profit and secure your profits. Okay, for me personally, I would prefer it to break the 198 before I choose to long. Yeah, so yeah, and because as just now I mentioned, the USDT chart, right? It's not there's no clear direction yet, so I will actually compare it in the case whereby it break out, right? If it break out, and then before I enter, I will double check the USDT.D chart to see whether there's a clear sign that it break down. Okay, so that is Solana. For future, and then let's say, okay, I'll show you something on Solana spot. Okay, okay, this is the daily chart for Solana. Okay, let me just use the spot chart instead of the perpetual. Remember, for breakdown or breakout trade, the RSI still apply. So before I enter, I also make sure that the stochastic RSI do meet the setup as well, which is supposed to be below the 20 area at the oversold area. Okay, so this is the Solana chart. I remember when I was doing another session with some of the elites the other day, it was actually around here at the 200 MA, okay, which is around 182 here. Okay, then and I show them something. And I draw this trend line, daily chart, remember? Okay, and I draw this resistance line, which is supposed to be if it does break up. Okay, so for Solana to go to have more upside, right? You need to break this trend line, and you need to break this resistance as well. Okay, this key area, so called this resistance, right? So what happened is, if let me zoom out, zoom in a bit. This is for people who don't like to trade future and prefer do spot trading. Trading not for longer term investment, is that really trading. Okay, of course it might not happen in one day, within the day. Okay, it may or may not. It can take days, it can take some weeks. Okay, but this is something that you can consider. If it's at a good support, let's say the other time it was around here. Okay, if you measure up before it breaks the line for Solana, okay, can you see that there's a good 20% up in the price difference without leverage? This is talking about spot. If I buy Solana at 182 around there, the price there, which it did happen few days back, right? And if I feel that like there's a potential for it to go up, correct, eventually, right? And then and I don't know whether it will go further, how far it will go, right? But if I'm just going to do spot trading and earn that 20%, right, I can enter at the price and exit at around 220. Just nice happen to be the resistance that it has before it break out and have more upside. Okay, so if it did break out, fine, I'm fine. I can always do another breakout trade in my future or whatever, right? But if it didn't break out and it come down again, I can repeat the process, buy at low again. Okay, I don't see my spot value go up and down like yo-yo, and I don't take any profits. Okay, so this is something you can consider if you are doing spot trading. Find those coin that are in good price, and you go when you measure, you do a measurement up. If you can get about 20% price difference, why not? Okay. Let me see some of the questions that you all have. Okay, later I will go through Ethereum. If you didn't have the old trend line, will you purposely go and find all the possible trend line and start drawing? No, of course not. Okay, if I don't have that old trend line with me, then I will not draw. I will only draw if it break. Okay, if you break the usually I don't draw, like if you break the current new trend line, right? I will just use the support and resistance. I don't purposely go and draw a possible old trend line. Unless I really find I can see that, like, oh, there's a very nice old trend line that I can see. If not, I don't really go and draw. Okay, so spot. Are you using Binance Phone to trade? I have a question. How to place a trading stop after a trade is in place? Yes, I'm using the Binance platform. You want to place a trading stop after a trade is in place. Okay, okay, we talk about it later, this one later. Let me go through the Ethereum first. Okay, so let's take a look at Ethereum. Okay, so this is the Ethereum daily chart. Let's take a look at the general overview of Ethereum first on the longer time frame. Okay, there's a mini. It's obvious that you can see a mini downtrend there. Like, although the 200 MA is there, but the other three, all the three, the EMA are the other way. Okay, it's a mini downtrend. And if I draw a support, which is around here. Oh, okay, so I did have the line, just that it didn't look so fast. Okay, so this is one. And yeah, so for Ethereum to go further up, definitely you need to break the resistance and then break all the resistance trend line and the resistance line as well. Okay. Well, it doesn't really, we see how if the CPI data did push this thing up, and maybe it could break. Okay. On the lower time frame, let's take a look. Okay, lower time frame. Okay, just nice. It's at the trend line. Okay, if you can see around this price, it get rejected a few times. Okay, cannot zoom out. Around around this 4028, right? Okay, you see when you go all the way up, it get pushed back down again. Right, around the 4028, you can see that just not the green candle, it break out and then it get pushed back down. Okay, and if you see over here, this side, okay, this side here, it get rejected as well, correct? So this is quite a strong resistance here. Okay, you break out slightly, comes back down, break out, comes back down. Okay, so definitely for Ethereum, if you want to have a more upside, definitely you need to break this thing, this here. So even if you break out the trend line, let's take a measurement. Usually what I do is I will take a quick measure and see whether if you break the trend line to this strong resistance. That how many percent? See, it's only 1%. So usually in this case, I don't feel it's worth to take the risk to just long if it breaks. So I will prefer to wait for it to break this particular resistance, which is around 4028 before I decide to long. Okay, let's take a look. Wait, let me see at the 4-hour time. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so if it's the 4-hour time frame, it will be here. And remember this one, the 4109. If you do long after you break this at 4028, right? Do remember to take some profit and secure it at 4109. This one, because just nice, it's just below the 200 MA in the 4-hour chart. Okay, if you cannot see, I just changed the color for you. Okay, break above 4028, then I will consider. And from here to here, okay, it's a 1.8%. Okay, so if you feel that it might break if you think that in the situation whereby it might break the 200 MA, then you better secure some profit first before you exit. My style is usually in this case, I will just take and go. Okay, if I do enter 1.8, if you're not greedy, you're 2%, right? I will just take and go. Then I will see whether you break the 200 MA before I re-enter. Okay, so this Ethereum. Let me see. Thank you so far. You can go and take a look at Sui. Okay, later I show you Sui. Okay. Okay. So okay, trading stop. I'm going to show trading stop to you. Okay, just let me log into my Binance first. Give me a while. Show you. Okay. I don't have. Yeah, let me show you. Give me a while. I will log in and then I can show. Anybody know how to use trading stop? You all can ask me if we have an internal Zoom session if you all have, okay, because today I cannot write on the screen because I cannot see. I mean, I think even if I write, you all cannot see, so a bit. Okay, can. Just let me share my Binance. Oh. Okay. Okay, I've shared my Binance chart, Binance account. Okay, this is a demo account, a small little account which I shared. Okay, so what happened is okay, trading stop. Yeah, trading stop, you can use it once your trade is fill up, you're in position. Okay, regardless of whether you have you're already in profit or not, you can set it up based on different thing. Okay, I don't have position here. Okay. Do I need to put some? Okay, let me see whether I can put in something like a small one. to show you all, huh? Let me see the Cardano. Yes. Give me a while. You can go and look at your Cardano chart. Okay, never mind. I just put in a small little trade for y'all to see. Yeah. Okay. Let's do Cardano. Give me a while. Okay, Cardano also need to break that, so okay lah. Okay, so let me put in an order and let's put in a market order lah, huh? Okay. Just put. Okay, I only got $50 inside. Let's do $1 lah, huh? Okay. For the sake. Okay. Okay, so I have Cardano here already. Okay, so let's say for example now, I want to put a trading stock. Okay, I cannot show. Can I show two screens together? Let me see whether I can share two screens and toggle. Oh, how come I share then the other one will be academic? I just share your screen first. You all take down the. I just share my trading view first. Then after that we enter it. I will enter it based on what I draw. Okay. Okay, so sharing my trading view. Let's look at Cardano. Okay, so I've entered already. Okay, this was my previous one. Just ignore. Okay, so let's say for example, let's do a measurement. Let's say I want to take profit. Okay, let me just clear all my lines. Okay, let's say if I want to TP here. Okay, I want to TP here. For those who don't know, this is the trade that I shared that I'm monitoring on Discord a few days back. So okay, so not shorting anymore. So let me just remove this. Okay, then my stop loss will be below. Okay. Okay, let's say my entry just now roughly lah. I enter at current price, right? So okay, so I will put my stop loss around here. Okay, below the 200 MA, below this particular week. Okay, then let's say if this is my TP, okay, 0.6719 is my TP. Okay, and then let's measure how many percent is my TP. I enter in current market price around here. And okay, this is a good 2.6%. Okay, we're not sharing. Yeah. What chart are you seeing? Are you seeing my minus or are you seeing my trading view? Okay, good. Okay. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so now from here to here, just now I measured there is a good 2.69%, right? So let's say for example, I want to secure my profit when my trade when the price go up about 1.5%. Okay, so let's say from now here to here, okay, around 1.5%. Let's measure where's my 1.5%. Okay, around here. Okay, let's say for example, around here, which is okay, let's just put a mark here. Okay. Let's say I put higher. I just give an example, okay? Okay, so let's do this. Okay, and then I put okay, change it to a red color. Okay, purple color. Okay, dark green color. Okay, and then I use this as my activation price. Okay, I call this an activation price. Okay, so one more time, I measure from here to here around okay about 1.67%. I want to secure my profit. Okay, then at this activation price, I want to activate my trading stop. Okay, my trade is not in profit now, for example. Okay, it's still in red, it's not in profit now. But at this price, if it's in profit already, I want it to activate my trading stop. So let's say, for example, later on, when I switch to Binance, if you want to use trading stop, there is a parameter that is called variance that you need to enter. Okay, so what happens is that the variance is in terms of percentage change in the price. Okay, so for example, if now from my entry price to the activation price, just now we measured is about 1.6%, right? So let's say, for example, later on in Binance, if I entered 1%, okay, let me just write it down so that you all can see better. I wish I have the pen to write now. Okay, never mind. It's a bit delayed and slow. Okay, so later on, if I put 1% as the variance, what will happen is from the activation price, because I activate my trading stop at the activation price, right? And from this activation price, 1% down, because let's say I put variance as 1%, okay, 1% down. Okay, around this, around here. Oh, let me reload my screen a bit slow. Okay, one more time. Okay, so I measure from here to here, 1% down. Okay. This will be the trailing stop. where it will put a 1% from my activation price, because I put a variance of 1%. Okay, so you will measure from the activation price. This will be my trading stop. Okay, that is, then for example, here is my entry just now. Okay, so this is my entry. Let's say just a gauge, I didn't enter the correct price that I entered because I didn't write down what's my entry price. Okay, so one more time, I put here as the activation price about 1.6% from my entry, and I put 1% down here, so they will have a trading stop here created if later on it did go up and hit my activation price. Okay, so what happened is, if the price go further up, the trading stop will move up together as well. It always maintain a 1% difference. Okay, from the current price to the trading stop, 1% difference. So if the price go down and retrace back, the trading stop don't backtrack. Okay, don't backtrack because it's long, so it will just move up. It will not backtrack if the price after a while it come down less than 1%, it will not backtrack. So later on, if it go further down and hit my trading stop, the whole trade will be exit close if you choose to close the whole full position. Okay, but however, if you retrace, if it comes back down, and then there's still a gap, it didn't hit your trading stop and it moved back up again, okay, it's not hit, you're still in position. So long as if the current price move up more than 1% from your trading stop will move up slightly. Yeah, so this is how the trading stop will work. So now with that, you all can help me remember roughly 0.6649 for my activation price. Okay, I just do a demo to enter it for you. Okay. Okay, so now there's a few ways to enter. Okay, you can enter it. Wait, let me just share the Binance chat now. Okay, let me share my Binance. Okay, so this is my Binance. Okay, so I'm not in profit yet, so you can see, right? But I can still activate I can still put in my trading stop position. You can do it here. Okay, I prefer to do it the other way. What I do is usually I will go this close, if you can see. Okay, this close button, open and close. Okay, here, close. Okay, here there's a trading stop, you can see. Okay, so trading stop, close, trading stop. This is the callback that I said just now. Okay, so let's say, for example, I put 1%. This is the activation price that I said earlier, which is, what's the value? 0.6649. Okay, and I choose to close my full position. Okay, if it hits my trading stop, this is how I put 100%. If you want to close half, then you can put 50%. So you only close half. Then what happened? So your remaining 50% of your position is still there. Remember, you always have a stop loss, right? So if it go further down, the stop loss will be the next draw that you will exit the remaining 50%. Now, usually I will put 100% because what's the purpose of a trading stop is to secure our profits. So if it hit my trading stop, that means it actually is supposed to exit that trade already, right? I want to get out of the trade. So I usually is put 100%. Okay, so this callback, okay, frankly speaking, 1% is very near. Usually I don't put 1%, but for the demo purpose today, I just put 1%. Okay, usually a good one will be a minimum, I will put a 3. So that means if let's say my trade on a 10x leverage is already in a very good 40% profit already, right? Then I say, okay, I just want to take 30%. I want to secure 30% of my profits. Then I put 1%, right? If I put 3%, that means I only secure 10% of the profit. I have a 3% buffer for it to fluctuate. Okay, so in this case, 1%, activation price 100%, then you just click. It's a long, so close long. Okay, so once I submitted, if you can see under your open order, okay, under open order, you can see your trading stop here. Okay, so if it hits 0.6649, later on it should activate, and then you have a trading stop activated. So you can do this if you are in a trade, and then you cannot monitor, right? Then you cannot monitor, but you want to secure your trade. If it's in profit, you can use trading stop to help you, because you can put in the activation price to help you to have a trading stop there where your trade is in profit without you monitoring. Okay, so Win Talker, is it okay? Do you have any other question on your trading stop? Did I answer your question? Okay, so look at your chart and then you draw your lines. If you are in profit already, you can decide. Okay, so if your trade is already in profit, right? You want to activate your trading stop immediately. You don't need to put in the activation price. You will use the current market price as your activation price. You will activate it immediately if your trade is already in profit. So for me personally, if I don't have time to go and remove my original stop loss and shift it up and put a price to the price if near entry or slightly above entry, right? A bit of a lazy way that I use is to use trading stop. I just put in the percentage, I just drag 100%, I just activate it. So it immediately helped me to secure a certain percentage of my trades already, profits already. Okay. Anybody got any other questions on trading stop? If not, I will just stop share my Binance and I will share my training view again. Okay. Let me see what other questions. Solana ETF coming online. Okay. Anybody else got any question? Oh, I promised to show Sui, right? Okay, why I say Sui is because it's Sui. Okay, let's look at Sui. Okay, why I say Sui is because let's take a look at the daily chart. Same thing, the spot trading that I shared just now. Chart. Okay, you see, Sui is actually at a support lah. Okay, it's at a support here, bounce back out, bounce up, right? So here, of course, they are slightly lower here in March and April. If not, this is quite a strong support that it holds quite a while. Okay, so what happened is, why Sui, spot trading. Okay, this is a perpetual chart. If you want to, you can use a spot chart. It's roughly the same. The price is around there. Okay, it shouldn't differ by a lot. Okay, so if you measure, let's say now it's a support. Let's measure. Okay, for it to break out, definitely need to break through the 200 MA, right? That is provided you believe that Sui is a project that you want. So if you drop further, you got the conviction to hold lah. You see here, 20%. Not even near the not even near. There's still some space to reach the 200 MA on the daily chart. Okay, if I'm trading on just to look for 20% on spot trading, this can be done. Okay, but no guarantee that it's going to go up immediately or whatever. It will not go further down. Okay. However, if you think that in long term, Sui is a good project and you're okay to have Sui in your portfolio, then this is something that you can do. Okay. Do it on the coins that you want to hold, because if it drops further, at least you know you get it at a good support. Okay, then you can enter another tranche to buy on spot if you really want to have Sui on a portfolio. If it did goes up, right, and you wanted to sell it at 20%, it's possible, because you no need to wait for it to break the 200 MA, the resistance, to go over the upside. Okay, you can just sell it at 20% first, and then just monitor and see whether it breaks or not. If it did come, if it didn't break and it comes down again, you can just repeat the spot trading process. Okay, so Sui is one of them that I found. Another one I think is Ondo. Let me take a look. Let's take a look at Ondo. I think if I look, it will be faster than let it move itself. Okay. Ondo. Oh, but okay. Daily chart again. Okay, Ondo daily chart. Okay, same thing at a good support around here. Of course, it bounced back up slightly already. Now it's at a resistance. There's a double bottom, like a double bottom here. Okay, so anyway, if you have got it here around 0.69, is at the support. Let's say even if we are a bit late, it's at current price now, 20%, near the 200 MA. Okay, just nice to exit before we monitor and see whether it will break or it won't break. If it does retrace back up, okay, since the CPI is lower, maybe it will bounce. Sure. Okay, 20% around here. Yeah. Okay, Ondo spot trading. Do you select this coin based on their volatility also. Not really. I select because those are the coins that I don't mind getting it in my portfolio. Okay, so I look for coins that I want. I don't mind having it in my portfolio, and then I look at the daily chart of this coin and see where is the price now, right? And of course, how far have it dropped? Can you give me a 20% profit before it have more upsides that it happen? Okay, so if the 200% is like above the 200 MA, then I will not take it first. Yeah, because I will not know whether it for spot trading, if I'm holding for long term, it's a different story. Okay, for stock trading, if I cannot have that 20%, then maybe I wait for it to drop further to see I monitor and see whether it will drop further or not to give me the 20% profits. Middle black line is a trend line. What else do we have? No, usually my black line are my support and resistance line. Okay, because it's in the range. Yeah, so usually if you see my chart before, usually my black line are my support and resistance line, my trend line. I have my entry line as purple, my stop loss as orange, and my cyan line as my TP. Usually, okay, sometimes I forgot to change the color. Yeah, it's just my support and resistance line. Nothing special. Okay, any other things you want to ask? Okay, now it's 9:56. Let's take a look at where's the USDT now. Let's just reload again. Okay, it's a green candle. Let's see. So the bias is not very clear because I want it to break below this 4.9, but apparently it's a green candle. So look like we need to wait for another hour. Now it's 10:11 and see what happens. Yes, I look at daily chart for spot trade. Yes, daily chart. Any other question you want to ask? Or any coins that you all are looking at? No? ZEC. Okay, I seldom trade this coin because I think it's very volatile. Hype, huh? Okay, let's look at it. Okay, since asked about ZEC, let's look at ZEC first. Actually, frankly speaking, nowadays I don't really trade all this funny coins. I will just focus on the B-funded coins. Okay, one thing is also because I want to share with you all, if you all are trading B-funded, yeah, so a common list of coins that you all can trade would be good. Yeah, so okay, this is ZEC. What do you want to do? ZEC, long, short? Okay, if you ask me, ZEC, if you want to trade future, usually I trade on 1 hour chart, right? Trade future 1 hour chart. Okay, there's a mini there's a mini double top that I see, if you can see as well. Okay, there's a mini double top here. Okay, nicely on the trend line. This 254.11 is like a net line. If it breaks this one, break the trend line, then it may go further down a bit before it hits the 200 MA and see whether it can bounce back up or not. Okay. Oh no, is it raining? So this is a 4% drop. Okay, so now if I want to long, it's not a good time to long, because remember, if I want to long, this is like a long with the trend entering the retracement zone, right? If I'm doing long with the trend, this is not the time, especially if I see a top, I will just let go lah. This coin I will not do long the trend. If I want to long, I will wait for it to break out instead. Okay, I will wait for it to break out this line. Okay lah. If I let me see what is a good line? Okay, if you break this line, let's see whether got meet or not. 1%, 2%, 3%. Okay. So bad. Okay, but I don't like the weight. So if you want to break out, I want to break it up. Break out. I don't like, because the moment I don't know, I mean, I'm not sure where to draw my breakout line, because if I draw it here, there's so many little candle here which I don't like, right? If I draw it here, there's this wick here, which I don't like. Yeah, so the best I want is if it breaks here, and then if it breaks here, then unless from here to the peak, I still have a good 2%, 3%. Yeah, but there's no guarantee that it will reach here. It might get rejected here, right? Because there's a wick here. Yeah, so I don't really like lah. Okay, for this one. Yeah, but for me, if you are looking for long, I don't long because of the double top here. A potential double top, because you haven't break down the line yet, so it's a potential double top. Yeah, so I don't. Okay, so this is ZEC. Hype. Okay. Can this be used for even shorter time frames, like fine? What are you referring to? What do you mean by candies? What is the candies? Be used for shorter time frame. Anyway, I don't use 5-minute charts. Okay. The lowest time frame that I go is 1 hour. Hype. Let's do a hype. So far, if you want to update your Bitfunder, you can always add more coins to your Bitfunder. No worries, just go through some of the just go through the list. It shouldn't be a lot to add. Okay. I think the latest one, I'm not sure whether virtual is in already. You can go and check whether you have virtual. I remember I added virtual quite a while before, or the original list doesn't have virtual. Usually Bitfunder, if they added coins, you should be notified via email. Okay, then you can just add the new coins that they have. Okay, let's go for height. Okay, let's do you have experienced the trading view if you use the web version is very slow? Okay, height 1 hour chart. Quite a strong coin. Around here, maybe. Yeah, let me just get closer. Yeah, okay. So okay, there's no higher high already, yeah. Okay, there's no higher high. And okay, although it's in the retracement zone, I don't like it because you see the RSI is actually swimming. MACD is also below. If I could draw another line around here, okay, it's like a, you can call it a head and shoulder. Okay, you can call it a head and shoulder, or you can call it not really a triple top because not the same line. Head and shoulder, don't know, just that the chart, I don't know what it called, but it doesn't look good. Okay, so I would rather wait and see. That's whether it bounce back up or not lah. Okay, if it bounce back up, I will want it to, if I go for a breakout trade, I will want it to break here. Okay, unless we are saying we are trading in the range, that is a different story. It's a different strategy. From here to here. Okay, if you trade in the range, meaning you see a green candle, bounce back up here, okay, and you need to exit before it hits the resistance here. That is trading in the range. Okay, it can be this range, it can be this whole range as well. It depends on where it bounce back up. Okay, it can be here, it can be here. Okay, in the range. So for height, okay, as I said, the USDT chart is not a very clear sign which bias it is. Okay, so I will not go for anything now, unless there's a strong sign for me to do a long. Because I'm looking for a long because of the CPI data, right? But let the chart tells the story. Mistake the bias. Don't assume. Okay, don't assume. Don't have that pre-assumption that it definitely a long. Sometimes not necessary. Okay, don't have that. Just based on the USDT chart for your bias. Okay, for now, this look at a triple top kind of thing. Yeah, so I don't like to long here now. If you are looking at buying spot, let's look at the daily chart. Okay, maybe I use the spot chart instead. Use the coupon. Let's look at the daily chart. Okay, for spot, usually no need. I don't look at the RSI, I don't look at the weekly usually. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so it just bounced back up above the 200 MA. Okay, definitely for it to have more upside, you need to break the trend line, the resistance trend line here. Okay, this so this one, I will not do spot trading unless I'm buying to hold for long term. Okay, because it's a good 200 MA support now, near it. Okay, so unless I'm buying to hold for a long term, longer term investment, okay, for it to break out and then hit here. So if you break out, let's say if I buy here, it's a 40%. However, I don't like to buy here because I'm not sure whether it drop further or not. Okay, but yeah, so usually I don't do spot trading around here lah. Okay, I don't. Unless I'm buying for a longer time frame, then I don't mind. I will not put everything in here because I'm not sure whether it will go further down. So it might be my first tranche. Okay, the second tranche maybe around. You see my two lines already lah. Actually, my first tranche I hope it can hit here, but this part here didn't go all the way down. Yeah. So we'll see. From here to here is like my expected price. Yeah. A good 20%. I might not get it lah. So it depends on really if you really like the coin. Sometimes if you put too far, you don't get it. So yeah, since it's a 200 MA now, if you want to, I mean, if I want to really have it for my portfolio, then I will buy it near 200 MA, which is currently around here like the price here. Okay. But personally, I don't have pipe in my portfolio. Okay, so that is hype. Any other coins? To short oh, to short maybe is the ZEC, right? Wait for it to break. Okay, the thing is wait for it to break down the trend line, and for me, if I want to short, I will wait for it to break down the trend line and the support line that I draw just now. Okay, I will wait for it to break that trend line and the support line, and I will not be greedy short for FIFO short because it's like against the trend. Before it hits the 200 MA, then I will exit already. Let's measure if I enter below the 50 EMA. Yeah, if you are not really taking 2% on the 20 2% on the 10 days leverage, you should be fine. But however, you must look at the downside lah. If I want to put stop loss, I'll put here, you know. Unless you have a very tight stop loss. Okay. Yeah, to short, wait for it to break. And then double check the USDT is also another green candle going up. Okay. Any other questions? Or any other coins? The 200 MA is still new on the high daily chart. So we need to wait for another 200 candle first to use it. You mean for spot buying? For spot buying, usually, if let's say usually for spot buying, I don't really wait for the candle to close. I just basically draw my support line. Okay, draw my support line and see buy at a good support. Usually I just leave if I draw a line and intend to get it right, then I will just put in a limit order and just wait to see whether it get filled or not. Okay, not really waiting for the candle close, etc., etc. Because it's to buy spot to go. Oh, this is a okay. It's new to Bybit lah, huh? Because Bybit just started. We don't have. What's the? I use KuCoin just now. Yeah, I mean if I think okay, look at the candle. Let's say if you feel that like it's a red candle and then it will coming down further, and you want to put a limit order to buy at a slightly lower price, you can. Okay, so you can put it here. I mean, it's like no right or wrong. Okay, so this is a good support, right here, around here. Sometimes if it comes down below 200 MA a week and then it push back up. Okay, so if I want to put the first tranche to buy KuCoin, usually I will put here around. But from here to here is like 39. It's the $2 difference lah. Okay, just $2 difference. So depending on how much you buy, if not, it doesn't really matters a lot. If it's just the $2 difference, unless you really buy a lot. Okay, so yep. So for spot, usually no need for me to look for the candle to wait for the candle to close. I don't even look at RSI. I don't look at anything. Okay, I draw my line. If it's a strong support that I want to buy my first tranche, I will just draw already and then put limit order and buy. Yeah, just curious, huh? Yeah, just nice. Okay. Yeah. The 35.561. Around the 35.5 lah. Okay. You can consider. Talker, I don't understand. Like, can this be used for even short? What is this? What are you referring to? What do you keep in your long-term portfolio? I got Ethereum. I got a bit of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. I have a bulk of it is Sui and Ondo. Of course, I got those small mint coins lah. That one is just in case it fly. I still have a bit, make myself happy. Okay. I still have some Pepe that I have so-called a free coin, which I do my 1590, then all the free Pepe coins are still there. Yeah. So any other question that you have? Sometimes if there are too many, sometimes if there are too many good coins, I don't know what to get for long-term portfolio, right? I will just rather trade them, do some spot trading or even future trading, use the lower leverage. Okay. Because if you use one ad, that means you're not leveraging yourself just by spot, right? The bare minimum, if you want to use future, if you want to use future and treat it as a spot, I can just do a 2x leverage. Right. If I have $1,005, I want to buy one Ethereum, I don't have $2,000, I want to buy one Ethereum, I don't have, then 2x leverage, like I can buy one Ethereum. Some interesting thing is sometimes if let's say for example, which one I think if you if you're going to monitor okay, take Ethereum for example. This is a daily chart. Okay, you can go and see within the day what is the price movement of Ethereum. See, this is around 37, and for the rest of the day, okay, let's say for the it closed at 441, 37 to 41. Let's say we say 38 to 3,800 to 4,010. Let's say by 450. Okay, one day if I just buy one Ethereum, I can earn $200. Right. 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 Okay, so you can go and play around, go and look at the chart. Sometimes like really nothing to do. Not saying nothing to do, you cannot find a good setup to trade, right? Just go and read some of the charts. Then you can sometimes you can see that actually if I can just trade spot, buy at low one day, just buy one Ethereum. One day I might be able to do earn $200 because one day the price movement moves like that. Just move a few $100. Right. Right. Of course, some days the movement are not so big, right? But you can keep it for a few days. Why not? But one thing, the disadvantage of spot trading is you cannot earn money if it's a bear market. Okay, so that is why I like future, because regardless of whether it's bull or bear, I can still make money. Of course, if bull, I prefer to do sports trading, then you do sports trading. But no matter what, we still need to have a bit of skill set to know future so that we can tap onto future market. If it become a bit bear market, we can still make money from it. Okay. For spot, you observe resistance and support lines to buy in. You need to correct. Yes. So for spot, usually I don't look at RSI. I look at the support line on the daily chart. Okay. Usually I will have my first trend near the 200 MA. Usually if you did drop like come back down, I usually book my first trend around the 200 MA because it might get bounced back up. And if I really want to get the coin, no point putting so low that I can't even get it. So the first trend usually I will put it near the 200 MA on the daily chart. If you go further down, then I will have lower second trend and third trend there. Okay. Any other question that you all have? You need to be trading related, no? Okay. Any people this feel demoralized or what? Okay. Should I? Can the technique be used for even shorter time frame? Which technique? The spot trading technique. I thought so many things. I also don't know which one you refer to. Should I invest long term for BTC, ETH, and so? I'm very new to trading. I hope the free course on. Okay, as Resh always said, everything is tradable. Is BTC is investable. Okay, personally, I do reckon that whereby if I really want to invest for long term, I will buy BTC. The rest of it, I will, even if I buy for spot, I will sell off eventually when the bull market let's see let's see if you really go bull by the end of the December. Yeah, I will just let go. Can you reduce upcoming market is bullish? I don't have crystal ball. I don't know. Okay, I cannot reduce whether upcoming market is bullish or not. As I said just now, we look at the chart. Okay, we just trade based on what we see. Yeah, I mean, don't have the pre mindset whether it's what, so that you don't have disappointment. Like people say that, oh, it's October, and then now you get very upset because we have the pre mindset that it's October. Then now it didn't go up. Then you feel that, yeah, it's not October, right? So if we remove that, we have a neutral mindset, and then we don't have a lot of expectation. We usually trade based on what we see. Then that's it. Okay. I mean, I for the past few years, sometimes like we also, I mean, I heard about this is up, and this is a month is up, blah blah blah. It didn't go to, it didn't meet my expectation, right? Then you get disappointed. I thought you were up. Well, I want to sell all my spots, blah blah blah. Yeah. So now I learned to have a neutral mind. Okay. So what if the data shows me up? It doesn't mean that this to me, that's my own personal experience. It doesn't mean that this year is the same. So I don't want to have that pre-mindset that it will definitely be a bullish or bearish trend, right? I just trade according to the chart I see. For spot trading, what time frame chart to draw? Daily chart. Okay, for spot usually I draw on the daily chart. LTC, okay, let's do LTC. Can we look at BNB? Okay, LTC and BNB. Let's do LTC first. Future, right? LTC. Okay. I'm not sure why my Trading View web version become this. You don't used to be like that. So that's why I'm using the app. Okay, what do you want to do for LTC? Oh, wow. This is so scary. Okay, a lot of chart has the potential double top or a triple top. Okay, so this is the net line, if you see. Okay, it look like a double top here. Okay, trend line is here. Retracement zone, yes, you enter. However, the RSI is like this. Okay, so the candle not closed yet. This is 10:30. Let's see. Okay, so to long, I will of course definitely not, right? If I decided to long, the previous candle need to be a green candle. Obviously, this is not yet, and this candle not closed yet. Okay, even if it's red, I definitely need to wait for this to close at 11, right? I need to wait for the next candle to close green, even if I want to long. And I need my RSI to point up as well. So if it break down, let's say let's see if it break down. I want it to close below here. Okay. Let's see if you break down. I want to break the trend line, break this black line, which is at 94.32 around there. Okay, which is when the candle will close below the line and the 50 EMA. Then if I want to short, as you know me, so I will forgo this coin. Yeah, it's only 1%. Yeah, so I'll forgo this coin for now. If I want to do something about it, it will be to do a breakout trade here. Let's see. Yeah, see? Just nice, the top here, this part here. Let's set a look. Okay, so for LTC, I will not do anything until if you break out. I will not short if you break down because no meat to the 200 MA is only 1%. Okay, so when I usually say I don't trade against the trend, that means this is a full uptrend, right? So I don't like to short. The only time that I will short is if you break the trend line, break certain support. And then between after you break, there is still some profit that can be taken, 2% at least minimum, okay, before it hits the 200 MA. To the very near support lah, not only to the 200 MA. Okay, sometimes the gap is too big, right? We need to see where's the nearest support that it may bounce back up. If not, I will not short because this is the uptrend. Okay, so this is OTC. Okay. Which next one will be BNB, right? Let's see. BNB went up quite a bit already, but recently has retraced slightly, but still above 1,000, I think. Yeah. Oh, I do have BNB coins also in my portfolio. Okay, because I trade Binance. So in Binance, so I own BNB coin. Yeah. So when I pay for my fees for my positions, I paid it in BNB, which is cheaper. Okay. And I stake my BNB with Binance as well. So occasionally I will have funny small airdrops come in. Okay, those very small projects that they airdrop, right? So I will have that. And then usually if I take that, then I will convert it back to BNB. Then use it to pay for my fees. Do you want to trade BNB? It's at the 200 MA now. So usually I don't do anything when it's near the 200 MA. okay? Because I don't know whether it will break down or you will just bounce back up. Yeah, so for now, I will wait for a clear. This kind of chart, if it's near the 200 MA, I don't touch yet unless I got very clear direction. Where is it? Okay, so right. If you break down, then definitely around here. Yes, because usually for breakdown trade, I will want the 10 EMA to cross down the 200 before I do anything. So BNB, nothing to do now. Okay, it's quite a strong coin, especially as you know, right? Those exchanges coins are utility are especially BNB lah, huh? Okay, they have been quite strong. So to short it is a bit dangerous because you don't know when you will bounce back up. Yeah, so I will short if it breaks around 108 and I will long if it breaks around 1143. Okay, so this is BNB. If you want to buy spot, let's see what's the daily chart. Yeah, you can see my long time ago BNB price. 680. Oh my gosh. How I wish I can buy more than. Oh, okay, the daily chart. See, double top, bounce back up again. Okay, potential double top and you get bounce back up. So yeah, so still strong. See this point here, right? Yeah, this 1057. Quite a strong support. We always get bounced back up around here, like this range here. Quite a strong support here. Okay, so the price usually bounce up when it hit here. So far, okay, if it really break down, then maybe it will go for the. This is a daily chart, huh? Let's look. Yeah. So if you break the trend line, break the support, then it go lower down lah. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So this BNB, nothing to trade for me. Like I will not. I don't have any potential trade for BNB. Yeah. But to buy spot, I will wait a while. Okay. Because when they bounce back up, I will wait a while. I will want to see whether it actually will break this part here or not. Then if you really want to get better price, then I might be able to get, if it's before 200 MA, it will be around 700 plus. Okay, just be patient. Let's monitor and see. Okay. How to select meaningful R and S line when the chart has zero? Definitely, a chart has many support and resistance line. Of course, the higher the time frame, the daily chart is, it will be stronger than the 4 hour. The 4 hour definitely is stronger than the 1 hour chart. Okay, so if there's too many noise for you on the lower time frame, then you draw your support and resistance line on the higher time frame. Okay, if you find that 1 hour is a bit difficult for you to find because of all the different candles, the noises in the candle, then you draw it on the 4 hour time frame if you are trading. Future. Okay, no hard and fast rule which is a more meaningful support resistance line. If you have looked at, I mean, just keep on drawing. One day you will when you look at it, you will see something like this. You see, you break out, come down, and then you will be able to see that, oh, actually, at this point, there's so many daily chart, right? Or this, let's say this is the daily chart. It bounced back up so many times. 1 day, 2 day, 3, you come back down here. Okay, this one. And then if you just go and draw the lines at different kind of chart, then one day you will be able to see certain kind of patterns. Like for this one, even if for this one, if you ask me, right, on the daily chart itself, you can already see a very clear support line. Correct now? Yeah. So on daily chart, if I can draw here, it will be here. This is a very clear support line there. I will call this a strong one. Okay. So if I let me change the color so that we can recognize this line. Yeah? Change to a blue one. Okay, so what you can do is, if you cannot recognize, draw it on a higher time frame, the daily chart. Okay, blue line. Then you go and swap over to, just to take a look, where is this line in the lower time frame? Right? You see, it's just nice at the 200 MA. So this is also a good support on the 4 hour time frame. Right? That means if you are trading on the 4 hour time frame, right? If it hits here, because it's a support in the daily chart, right? High chance it will get bounced back up. Okay, so there's no right or wrong, but which one is more meaningful. You just keep drawing. You will the place whereby there is a lot of bounce. I mean, rejected. That means it's a support, right? The price you can, and you see that like every time the price hit here, it get bounced back. Hit here, bounce back. So a lot of all this kind of rejection, when you hit that support, then that will be quite a so-called a strong support lah. Okay, same thing for the resistance. Binance is cheaper than Coinbase. I don't know. I don't use Coinbase. So sorry. Okay, arrow, BNB spot. Okay, BNB spot for me, if I want to get, I will wait a while. Not now. Okay. I want to see whether you will drop, since now is a big candle, the daily chart itself. We set the 200 MA as support and resistance. Do you treat other 3 MA as, or only the selected one? Yes, I do. So that is why usually for my let's say if I do breakout trade or things like that, right? I want the candle to close above the all the EMAs lah, perfectly. Okay. But of course, the higher the EMAs, like the 50, of course the 200 is the strongest. But after that, followed by the 50, the 21, the 10. Yeah, but I don't be so rigid that like, wow, I saw a 10 EMA, well, then it's a resistance. Usually around there is really a resistance by the candle get rejected around there lah. So you will know. Okay, arrow. Long time I haven't looked at this coin already. The trade future, right? Arrow. Okay, let's do 1 hour. Just look at the chart first, okay? So usually the first thing, just look at the chart. You know the RSI first. If you can't even trade the chart, then no need to even bother to look at the RSI. Do you want to long or do you want to short? Okay, it's in the range now, so it's still in the range here. Okay, so it's the range. mm, okay, if you break down the 200 MA, let's see if I don't turn it. Okay, if he does break down the 200 MA, it means it close below. I would want it to, if it close below, I would want it to even close. I mean, for a safer entry, I would rather it close beyond this here, around here. Okay, so why I put it so low is because maybe here. Why I put it so? Because I don't know, because if you can monitor, I'm not giving a trade. I mean, I'm not giving this one, put it on Discord for you to trade, right? So I'm still okay with it because you can monitor and decide whether you want to enter or not, right? So usually for me to enter a breakdown trade, I will prefer the 10 EMA to actually cross down to 200 as well. So even if it breaks down now here, close, okay, it might get rejected or so-called like retrace or bounce back up around this support lah. So let's say it depends on how far the candle close. If it breaks down, right, and how far is it here, right? So if I see that there is a chance for it to bounce back up here, then I will not enter. Right, I would rather wait for it to break down this particular line that I'm short. Okay, this is for long. I will not long until it break out this particular line. Okay, this is for arrow in SC not. No, nothing to do now because it's not ready. Okay. If now it's what? 10:50. Let's go and see USDT. I think it might be a green candle. Yeah, see, it bounced back up. Okay, we will see because it's now. So the next level that we'll look at is whether it breaks the 200 MA. Then it will not be a short bias already. And it will be if you go for that, it will be a short bias. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. This is so if you go for the up, if you break the 200 MA, then you go for short. If you go down and break, then you go for long. So now it's a bit too far. Yeah. So so see. Yeah, that's why I see the green candle or most of the coin will have a red candle. See any other coins? You want to take a look? Where's my Cardano now? Should be red lah, huh? Okay. Anyway. Okay. Do you all know that okay, let's take a look at it. Look at ENA. Okay, ENA is a chart. Sometimes it doesn't follow USDT. Okay, see, this is a nice same line and draw. I thought it would be different. Okay, the same line that I draw. Okay, I draw this as a breakup line that I think managed to, I forgot to set alert. We break out, I think. Okay, so you break out my line, the black line, which is 0.4727, right? Now it's retesting this. See whether, okay, it's retesting this. Let's see whether well, these are all lines already. Okay, so it's retesting this breakout line that I draw earlier. So later on, if it does retest successful, retest of this breakout line successful, then the green candle, then I see whether we'll check against the UITT and see whether should go for a long or not lah. If not, I will just forgo as well. Okay, of course, if I do this breakout trade, I want the RSI to be above the 80 as well. Okay, the overbought area. Yeah, so current line is retesting. It might go further down and bounce back up on my trend line here. Yeah, okay, so this ENA. I don't have ENA on my spot as well, so not getting, I just trade ENA. I don't get on spot. BCH, a good coin to keep. I used to have, I sold it away already. Okay, good coin to keep is really up to yeah. So to me, I will just to keep really is Bitcoin. Okay, I will just keep Bitcoin. The rest I will just trade them. Let's see, BCH. Okay. Daily chart not so bad. Bounce back up. Yeah. So first, not too bad. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. You break up retesting, right? You might break down again now and bounce back up in the trend line, maybe. Yes. Not too sure. Yeah. So it's either breakout, retest successful later on, green candle, then you consider, but let's see whether they got meat or not. But this definitely a resistance. And then can measure whether if you bounce back up, it depends on if you bounce back up, where did the candle close? Usually this one like not much meat, see? Yeah. So no point. Okay, so usually this kind of case I don't trade. If I want to trade, I'd rather wait for a bigger breakout, either here or here. Okay, so this is only one. Yeah, so see just nice. This is a key area of support. It's a key area. Usually, if for breakdown line, I want it to be a key support. That means it can be a support change to a resistance, or resistance turn to a support. Okay, so this is used to be a support, then it turned to a resistance, right? Yeah, so this is a resistance here. There's a resistance here. Okay, so for unless it is longing with the trend, it comes back down here into because the trend line very nicely lies on the 50 EMA. Okay, so unless it's longing the trend, coming down in the retracement zone, and then the RSI was at the over so area, turning up, curring up, MACD is still above. Okay, then can consider doing along the trend. Okay, until 2% still possible. Okay, so just be patient and wait lah. You all know to set alert if the price go into the range. Okay, so what you can do is either you can set your alert at the trend line. Okay, if the price hit on the trend line, or you can actually select the EMA, right? Select the EMA and then you put an alert. Okay, what you do is we can put the price. Okay, the price, entering channel. Okay, you can select entering channel. Okay, so I want it to go to alert me when the price is between the 21 and the 50. Okay, so I will select EMA. So my EMA 2 is my 21 and my EMA 3 is my 50. Okay, so I want to alert me if after the candle close. That's why I choose once per bar close. Okay, this is another way of alert that you can set if the price enter this range between the EMA 21 and the 50, which is in the retracement zone, then alert me. Okay, I can create that. Okay, this is another form of alert you can set. Oh, Solana, yeah, I shared already. Maybe you're not around. No, I'm talking about the 20% spot trading. You're there, right? Remember I show you the 20% for Solana? We bought at the support. Then you can actually sell it in 20%, regardless whether it break through the trend line resistance or not. Okay, if not, then I do a quick one. It's already 11. Okay, last one, the Solana. Okay, that's for spot. Okay. One more time for those who miss it. I'm just want to share this because if sometimes you don't like to trade future, okay, you feel safer to trade spot. So what you can do, you can go and look for coins that you have conviction in. Don't mind holding if it drops further. This is something that is important. Okay. Yeah. So I have drawn this particular trend line here. So on the daily chart, for Solana to break, to got further high side, right? You definitely need to break this trend line and this particular black resistance support here, which is 220, around 220, right? So now if it's around this not here, like if the past few days, if you did manage to look at the chart, right, and you get Solana near the 200 MA here, which is around 182, for example, this black line that I draw. Okay, so let's say if I get around here and if I measure it up, right, you see there's a good 20%. So if I'm doing spot trading, I get it at 182, I sell it at 220, I earn 20% without leverage, without any liquidation price to worry about. Yeah. So, and then because you need to break through the resistance, right? So I don't know whether you'll break through or not. So if I sell it, then if you come down, I can just monitor again and get a good price. I can just earn the 20% without worry about whether it break or it doesn't break. So if you are doing for, if I am doing for spot trading, okay, I will look for coins that I want to hold in for long term in case it goes further, right? I don't mind. But however, if I'm doing spot trading, there is this potential that if I buy now, that regardless whether it break the resistance to go further high side or not, I can get a 20%. Okay, that's the thing that I share. Okay, so it's 11 o'clock. No more last question, then we can call it a night. Okay, Ken, thank you everybody for joining me. Have a good rest, have a good weekend. Is SNR. Support resistance, yes. Just use support and resistance for spot trading. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Come on in, come on in. Grab seats down here. Come on, grab seats down here. So again, there's going to be a lot of opportunities today for you to take action. And the market only pays you for taking action. The market doesn't care what your background is. The market is the great equalizer. It doesn't care anything. As long as you take action, the more action you take, the more rewards you get. Just like in life. How are you? How's you not been gone? I said, I'm not that type of guy, you know.
I will be sharing your strategies, I'll be sharing your ideas, I'll be sharing your trade tips and everything. But if you don't have the proper qualities inbuilt in you, if you don't have the discipline to do what it takes every single day, then forget it, you will never achieve success. What is primary is this. What you have here will relate to what you actually achieve in life. Not just in short term, but in the long term.
This is an award for like 1,000 USD in a single trade. Yeah, so this is an award that I got today. I achieved this award within about 15 days into my trading. The one for you. How could you make me feel so good?
This is the first person in our community to officially get this award, and this award is going to Bernard Kor. $100,000, brother. Come.
But Bernard, how can people get this award?
Be thick-skinned. I always say the same thing. You don't know, you ask. Number 2, be disciplined. Discipline meaning that you need to set a schedule. On a weekly basis, this is a time I'm going to spend on learning about crypto. Not about when you wake up, you feel tired, I'm not going to open up my laptop. Third thing is having the right mindset. Meaning that being positive, learn whatever you can, mix with the right people, and grow at your own pace. And I always say that trading, the objective of trading is actually to make money.
I like it that you share a lot of tips that is not really discussed in other areas. Like for example, trades from like maybe the Solana, and the potential that those non-directive kind of trades that we can potential to actually be the next Solana that can burst up like few thousand%. That's something that I like.
You know that you are not alone, so you come here, you can feel the energy. So when you go back, you will not lose the steam.
It just actually basically opened my exposure. I feel really great. The energy and the ambience here is really different.
I just won the 1000 USDT in one trade. And what I love about live events is to talk to fellow traders, talk about their trades, talk about life.
Alright, okay, so I also won the 1000 USDT in a trade award. So basically what I like about the live events is to really catch up with friends within the community and make new friends from these live events.
So I won the 1000 USDT per trade award. And the live events, just 4 words, yeah? Very inspiring and very energizing.
So I won the $1,000 USDT trade, the single trade award. The live event adds a lot of realism. I mean, a lot of it, people might think it's all fake, but here you're meeting real people and you have a network where people can share their strategies and share their ideas with you. And the best of all, you have access to the coaches live. You can go and talk to them, talk to real people and coaches, and just learn more.
Hi, I won the 1000 USDT in a trade award. What I like about coming to the live event is meeting other traders and just sharing and getting to know people and picking up tips.
What I like about the live events is that I love the community. I've made really good friends that we can trade and share notes with, and we learn a lot along together in this journey.
I just won a 1000 USDT in a single trade. One thing I like in attending a live event is you'll get meet with your fellow trader, CRP community as well, and you will learn a lot of things from the coaches and also from your fellow CRP family members.
We've got some amazing people, speakers who have actually brought along, many of them are multi-millionaires, right, who trade with millions of dollars. And the whole idea behind the retreat is very, very simple. I really want y'all to learn, I want y'all to earn, I want y'all to really understand the mindsets of what it takes to be able to trade bigger sums of money.
The weekend so far in Phuket?
Oh, it's crazy. It's one of the best and amazing Phuket trip.
Cool. And how many trades have you done in a row that made money?
Oh, gee, I already done 10 trades in a row. Already make about $500-600.
$500-600
on the sniper trade.
On the sniper trade. How long does a sniper trade last?
Only 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Is it risky? Yes or no?
No risk.
So what would you tell the people who are on the fence whether or not they should come to the next live retreat? What would you say?
I would say, go for it.
Go for it.
Don't have to think.
Excellent.
Yes.
How has your trading experience been so far?
Oh, it's very good. I did a lot of trades and it's all in profit. Yeah.
All in profit. But how many trades have you done just in the last couple of days?
Maybe 10 trades.
10 trades in a
Yes,
row.
yes,
Wow,
yes,
wow.
yes,
And how
yeah.
much is that monetary wise?
10% of the portfolio at least.
Oh.
Not a lot, maybe about 1,000 plus.
1,000
because
plus?
because
High five.
I put like very small position.
Very small. And what would you say to them who are on the fence whether or not they should come to the next event in Vietnam? What would you say to them?
Y'all should come and try. It's really a lot. You gain a lot of knowledge and then you learn a lot of things from the rest of the experts, rest of the team, and there's coaches around. And anything we are not sure, we can help ask them, and they'll be around to guide us along the way. So it's a retreat that y'all shouldn't miss. Yeah.